Giuliano, Byron Connell, Brian Gardner, Michael Giardinelli, Nancy Jones, David Jost, Victor Ramos, and Justin West. Did I miss anybody? Okay, Gary, it's over to you now.
All right, well, I'd like to welcome you to the scholarship presentation for Alpha Chi Rho Educational Foundation. It's nice that you could show up. I'd also like to, I will introduce a couple other people that are important individuals. Tonight, we'll be awarding over $28,000 in awards to brothers who are continuing their education in the coming year. We have many of them here with us, which is very, very nice. And thank you for showing up, guys. I'd also like to, like I said, I'd like to introduce Sandra Jost, who is the president's, our first lady of the fraternity. That was a quick one. I just came up with that. I'd also like to introduce Glenn Slavin. He is, wave Glenn, wait. He is one of our brothers, and he is just recently, he was named to the New Jersey Court of Appeals, is it? What?
Superior Court.
Superior Court. I apologize. I didn't write it down. You know, hey, you're a judge now. You know, you got to put up with us peons. Anyway,
no more private practice.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, it's right. And then, of course, who just spoke, Jeff Sands. Jeff, a couple of years ago, decided that he wanted to fund the West Angler Scholarship, and he stepped up and started and said he would donate $25,000 towards that scholarship over 5 years, and he will be awarding that scholarship this evening. Was Victor named? Victor, were you named? I can't remember if you were named or not.
Yes, I
Yes,
did.
he was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then there's Celine Schmidt, who is on one of our committees. Celine is a big helper. She's out in the Midwest with her husband, who is a Brian Schmidt, who is a Alpha Chi Rho from Illinois, and she's been helping out with our one of our committees. I'm looking around, and then of course, as you see, there's a bunch of guys that are convened for the Indeed Institute this year. Hi guys, good to see you. Glad you could make it. And then of course, Byron Connell, who introduced the whole thing. All right. One other person I'd like to thank before we go on any further is Mike Chuley. Mike is the scholarship officer for the fraternity. He's on the foundation board. He's also the chairman of the scholarship committee, and he's put this together for us and has done a heck of a job. So I'd like to thank Mike for doing that. All right. So anyway, as I said, we're giving over $28,000 in scholarship awards this year. Each winner is a perfect example of our fraternity motto, Be Men. And I'd like to, at this point, introduce Nancy Jones, who will be giving 2 of the awards this evening, who she and her husband, Don, who was past president of the foundation and the fraternity, have funded over the years. Nancy?
All right, thank you, Gary. Hello, everyone. It's really always an honor and a delight to celebrate the latest class of talented young men who have definitely demonstrated how to be men by their deeds and their actions. Tonight, I have 2 scholarships I'll be presenting. One graduate scholarship and one is undergrad, in memory of my husband, Donald, who held a number of positions in the fraternity and the foundation. I won't bore you with all of that because it'll take me 10 minutes, but more importantly is that he made a lasting impression and left behind a legacy. And I think that's really to his credit, and that's what these scholarships are all about. Now, the two, I'm told I only have a minute, so our two awardees tonight, like Don, are both men of science. They both have attended UPenn, and both are working towards making the planet and people a better place for people in the world. And they too are looking to create a legacy to carry forward. So the first award I'm going to announce, because he has a 7:30 class, we have to do this quick, but I don't want to shortchange him. His name is Marcelo Grazia of Penn. He's currently a grad student at the University of Oklahoma, studying hydrology and water security. And he has demonstrated leadership in his chapter. He held various positions: risk manager, sergeant at arms, very active in recruiting, demonstrated leadership throughout his Penn time. After graduating from Penn, he went on and served in AmeriCorps, meeting the requirement for service, which is very important as we look through the pool of scholarship applicants. There are certain requirements that that stand out. So he is most proud of the time that he was involved in administering 1,800 vaccines to people in South Jersey during the pandemic. So that was a major accomplishment, something that he's very proud of. In terms of, what do other people say about you? Well, we get the standard reference letters, but this particular case, he was described as dedicated, passionate, motivated, and very professional. He himself, in his essay, described his desire to pursue environmental science, which was a unique curriculum, because he wants to leave an imprint for our planet's future. So congratulations, Marcella. I hope you make your class. Where are you? I'll have to let you take a bow. I know you were on here earlier. Yeah.
There it is.
Yes, right, yeah.
Right.
Okay, you got it. So congratulations to you. And we
Thank
wish you well,
Congratulations.
for sure. Our second winner is also a Penn student, and his name is Kristen Young. Where are you, Kristen? Can you wave? I can't see you on my screen here.
I don't think he's here.
Somebody, can you see him?
No.
Is he in the group? He's in the room? Okay,
Oh,
all
good.
right. He's a biology major. I said he's.
Hey,
Ah, there you go. Nice to meet you. And his desire is to become an anesthesiologist. So a man of medicine. And he's got a very interesting background. He went from being homeless to Penn. And working and living with his mom, he pushed hard, made a new life for himself, and ended up always excelling at whatever he took on, including at Penn. So he has the mentorship and volunteer activities along with his academics. And he's, as I said, gone above and beyond the norm. He published and co-authored articles, which is pretty extraordinary at his young age in his curriculum, which, let's see. Yeah, he too is described as a high achiever. He's highly motivated, conscientious, intelligent, creative, and enthusiastic. Are you blushing over there, Kristen? He has his reference said that there were a couple of things that distinguish him. He's very well liked, willing to help out always. Always a positive attitude, which reminded me of Don, who was a man of generosity and goodness. And he said that he strongly believes that in not too distant future, Kristen will be one of those doctors whose patients actually look forward to seeing him. So that's a real credit to you. So we wish you well and hope that you'll continue to excel and go on wherever you land for medical school. We're behind you and we'll look forward to having you back in the foundation in a role in the future. So congratulations.
Thank
And
you,
now,
Nan.
oh, go ahead.
No, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I think the schedule calls for David Jost to make the next presentation of the Paul K. Adams Award. There he is.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Byron. The Paul K. Adams Undergraduate Scholarship of $4,000. Brother Adams graduated from the University of Pennsylvania in 1929. For more than 4 decades, he was active in the Brotherhood, serving as national president and executive director of the fraternity, and then as chairman of the board of the foundation for 14 years. In 1980, he received the Fraternity Executives Association Distinguished Service Award for his contributions in connecting college administrators and fraternal organizations. In 1988, he received the North American Interfraternity Conference Gold Medal, the highest honor in the Greek world. The Paul K. Adams Undergraduate Scholarship is awarded for academic achievement, leadership in chapter and college, and a significant commitment to community service. This year's recipient is Oscar Winch, Eta Phi, Gettysburg College, class of 2024. Oscar currently has a 3.83 GPA, majoring in environmental studies and philosophy. Oscar writes, considering all the hardworking people that I have met through Alpha Chi Rho and the time they have put into making it the best fraternity on our campus, it would have been irresponsible and selfish for me not to have pushed myself to do better with my academics and our brotherhood. I have recently become the secretary for my chapter, a position I held in 1974 and 75, and plan to devote a lot of time to this position in order to help us grow even further. I also want to get involved with the philanthropy chair to help us raise more money and do more good than ever before. Any scholarship possible would be incredibly helpful in giving me more time to focus on the fraternity and brothers I love, as well as academics. In his recommendation letter for Oscar, Professor Vernon W. Sisney wrote, I can attest that Oscar is sharp, conscientious, determined, perseverant, and hardworking. I have zero doubt that as a recipient of this scholarship, he would absolutely put the money to good use and that it would better enable him to thrive in his academic pursuits. His blog reflections always clearly demonstrated not only that he was engaging thoughtfully with the assigned texts, but also the sense of awe and wonder at the complexities of life that we philosophy teachers try so hard to instill. His posts were unique, original, and beyond the norm for a typical first-year student. The same depth and engagement always came out in Oscar's classroom discussions as well, as I could always count on him to offer fruitfully provocative insights that would spark further discussion. Oscar is the consummate outside-the-box thinker. Oscar will forever be burned in my mind as a success story, as someone who is naturally intelligent and inquisitive, thoughtful and probing, but even more importantly, as someone who wants nothing more than to be better tomorrow in every way than he was yesterday, and who is willing to work his tail off to reach that goal. If there is a stronger and more deserving character type than that, I certainly can't imagine what it would be. Close quote. Oscar, from one Eta Phi chapter secretary to another, congratulations.
At this point, is Oscar here? No, right? Okay. At this point, it's John DeSaro will be giving the next award.
Yeah. Want to come up and join me in congratulating Austin? Sure.
So brother James McFadden is a graduate of Columbia University, class of 1919, and had a successful railroad freight routing business. His contributions for the scholarship awards an undergraduate for his strong academic achievement, leadership in chapter and college, and significant contributions to community service. I'm here with a few of his brothers to congratulate Austin Sauersop, the 2022 recipient from Phi Nu Chi, Westchester. Austin is a rising senior with a 3.79 GPA. In his application, Austin shared his initial struggle at college until he found his sense of belonging in the fraternity, which helped him hold leadership roles as chaplain and activities chair, and to team up with a postulant to start a new paintball sports club. Austin aspires to be an emergency room nurse, building on his 3 years experience in emergency medical services. His recommender shared the story of Austin helping administer CPR for someone while off duty until additional help arrived. I expect we'll hear many similar stories of heroism in Austin's future as he plans on joining the local SWAT team as a tactical medic and, after graduating, working as an emergency room nurse at Lehigh Valley Hospital. So please join me and his brothers in congratulating Austin.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations. Good job.
The next presenter will be Mike Giardinelli, who will be presenting the John C. Enck Award. Mike?
Thank you, Byron. Tonight I have the honor of presenting the John C. Enck Undergraduate Scholarship for $2,000. Brother Enck graduated from Rutgers University in 1913 and received his master's degree from Columbia University. He was an administrator in the New Brunswick, New Jersey schools for over 40 years. The Enck Scholarship is granted to an undergraduate with documented academic achievement, leadership in his chapter in college, and a commitment to community service. The 2022 recipient is Richard Arkelian, Phi Rho Chi, UMass Amherst. Richard majors in biochemistry and molecular biology, pre-med. Richard plans to attend medical school in order to pursue his dream of becoming a neurosurgeon. Richard has served as philanthropy chair, vice president, and president of his chapter. He volunteers his time at Bay State Physical Therapy. Richard's mother is a doctor, and he credits her passion and tireless dedication to her profession for inspiring him to follow in her footsteps and become a doctor. He has so far already obtained an EMT license, along with being CPR first aid certified. He states that conducting research in laboratories and being a teaching assistant made me realize how interesting and intriguing the world of science is. However, my passion to become a neurosurgeon never left my mind. Congratulations, Richard.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Means a lot.
Good. Use it well. At
Will
this
do.
time, I'm going to introduce the winner of the Richard V. Olson Undergraduate Scholarship for $3,000. Brother Olson graduated from Worcester Polytechnical Institute in 1954 and went on to Rutgers University as a graduate student, where he joined the Beta Phi chapter. He returned to WPI as an assistant professor in 1962 and served on that faculty for 21 years. He was one of Alpha Chi Rho's most popular scholarships advisors, and he left quite a bit to the fraternity as well. The scholarship recognizes a member for this scholarship as in his academic achievement in the physical sciences, mathematics, and engineering. And the winner of this is Logan Haynes of Phi Lambda, Penn State, class of 2024. He currently maintains a 4.0 GPA in chemical engineering. Logan has served his chapter as the founding brother, a vice president of recruitment chair, and the Thon co-chair. Logan says that after obtaining his bachelor's degree in chemical engineering with a minor in biomedical engineering, he intends to pursue a doctorate in chemical engineering, specializing in nuclear fission. Nick Ramos, in his recommendation, wrote, "He is a great role model, which is essential for the founding fathers of the new Phi Lambda chapter due to the extensive efforts to reobtain their charter. There's no doubt in my mind that Logan is deserving of any scholarship that will be awarded to him." So at this time, I want to once again congratulate Logan Haynes as the Richard V. Olson Undergraduate Scholarship for $3,000. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's truly an honor.
Oh, it's great having you, and keep that Phi Lambda chapter moving along. That'd be great. We're looking forward to making them a chapter again.
Will do, sir.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce not only a brother of mine, but we go back many, many years to when we were both in college, him at Trinity and me at Southern Connecticut. I'd like to introduce to you the presenter for the West Angler Award, Jeffrey Sands.
Great. Thanks very much, Gary. Hi, everyone. My name's Jeff Sands. As Gary said, I graduated from the Phi Psi chapter. Hate to admit it, but 1977. So I was initiated, I was thinking tonight, I was initiated into the fraternity 48 years ago, which seems almost impossible. But it's been a pleasure to be associated with this organization. And I have the pleasure tonight to present the West Angler Undergraduate Scholarship, which this year is $1,000. For those who don't know, Wes was a 1943 graduate of Rutgers, the Beta Phi chapter. But where a lot of us know him is he was the national secretary for the fraternity. I used to call him the traveling secretary from 1973 to 1986. And for those of you who know your history, 1973 to 86 was a tumultuous time for college campuses and for the fraternities on college campuses. Greek life was challenged at every turn, and Wes fought the battle like no one else did. He also was a person of incredible moral character, and he just taught a lot of us that, at a time when it wasn't popular, to stick up for your values. And he really taught us how to be men, how to be good people. And so it was a no-brainer when we came to think about providing a scholarship, my wife and I funding a scholarship. We both knew Wes, to set up the West Angler Undergraduate Scholarship. And I'm very proud to be able to present that tonight to Ramanpreet Singh from the Eta Chi Phi chapter at New York Institute of Technology. He's a junior, class of 2023, majoring in aerospace mechanical engineering. So back in my day, I think that you'd be officially called a rocket scientist, but which is a great term. That's the scholarship is meant for someone who exceeds in both chapter life and academic life, shows financial need. And I think our candidate tonight has all of those things covered. In his cover letter, I was touched by the fact that he indicated that one of the reasons he was looking forward to the scholarship was to help his parents with some of the financial burden of college these days. And as a parent who graduated 3 children through college, I appreciate that, Ramanpreet, that thought. But also in terms of chapter life, and I think Glenn Savin will appreciate this, Ramanpreet serves as the risk manager of the chapter. And all of us lawyers, I'm a lawyer by training, all of us lawyers know how difficult it is to be a risk manager. You have to stand up and be able to stand up to the people in your chapter to be able to do that. In addition to the fine academic record, one of the recommendations from one of Ramanpreet's professors hit 3 points, which I think are just so important in terms of showing someone's ability to succeed in life. And he said Robert Preet shows 3 things: intellectual curiosity that goes well beyond his class and the labs in which he participates. And to me, if anybody asks me, the number 1 criteria of success is be curious, be interested, be engaged. Number 2 is a strong work ethic. And number 3, always completes his task no matter what. So that sounds like a good launching pad for the future of Robert Preet, and we wish you a really great future. And hopefully this West Angler Scholarship will help you a little bit along the way. So it's a great pleasure that I award the 2022 West Angler Award to Ramarpreet Singh. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ramarpreet.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great job.
I'll
And
ask,
now- Go ahead, I'm sorry. It's just your turn.
I'll ask Shelley Emmer to make the next award, the Colin Rochester Award.
Hi. So congratulations, Ramanpreet. And it sounds like we could not go to a better person. I can't add much to the previous presentation, which seems to have covered all points in great and caring detail. So I'll just tell you a little bit about the scholarship and also to congratulate you. You certainly seem like a person who is a scholar, a great person, a friend, a hard worker, and a reliable person. And those are the kinds of, and a great brother as well. And those are the kinds of attributes we were looking for when we set this up. My son Colin died when he was 32 years old in 2016, unexpectedly and tragically. And his brothers and I set up this fund because Colin, who was the community service chair for a while, and he loved his fraternity dearly, just always wanted to be helpful. And so we thought this would be a good way to honor his memory. He loved the fraternity, he loved friendships, he wanted to help. And he had a huge heart. So this is, we hope that the scholarship money is helpful to you in some small way, and that it'll perpetuate my son's memory. And congratulations and much luck to you and much success in the future.
Congratulations, Ramarpreet, again for this Colin Rochester Award. At this time, Mike Chuli would like to do the Alpha Chi Rho Award.
The Alpha Chi Rho Award is for $500, and this award is being given to an undergraduate brother who has demonstrated strong leadership in his local chapter and in his Greek community. So congratulations to Steve Tarzian, Alpha Phi Theta, Miami University. Brother Tarzian is a rising senior majoring in political science, currently maintaining a 3.22 GPA. He has served his chapter as ritual officer, as president for a year and a half, and will serve next year in the role of recruitment chair. Alpha Phi Theta alumni brother Charlie Brogan writes of Brother Tarzian, Steve has maintained both time for his schoolwork and time for the less stressful matters of fraternity life. He's a brother you can count on, both to lead the chapter through its hardest moments, get his work done, and be a helping hand to you as an individual at any turn. He stands among the people I am proudest to call a brother, a colleague, and a true friend in all things, a distinction few earn in my book. This is a man who embodies the landmarks and founding principles of the fraternity of Alpha Chi Rho to an exemplary point, has established the Alpha Phi Theta chapter of Alpha Chi Rho as an established heavy hitter among fraternities on Miami's campus. And through all the stress and trials we've faced in doing so, never failed to offer a hand to brothers in need. So again, join me congratulating Brother Steve Tarzian.
Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you.
I would like to make the next award the Wilbur Curley Walden Graduate Scholarship. This is a $3,000 scholarship. Curley Walden dedicated 55 years of his life to the fraternity. He was national secretary for 30 years and foundation manager for another 20 years. Curley personally gave funds for this scholarship, as have others in his name. The scholarship is need-based, and the recipient must have high academic achievement. This year, the scholarship is awarded to Justin Burge, Justin is a graduate brother of the Phi Phi chapter at the University of Pennsylvania, a PhD student at Columbia University's Zuckerman Brain Institute. Brother Burge is maintaining a 3.91 GPA while doing neurology research. As an undergrad at Penn, Justin served as his chapter's risk management officer, secretary, ritual chair, and summer house manager. Outside of the fraternity, Justin participated in programs in which Penn students tutor elementary school students in history and Latin. Mentored high school students over the summer in laboratory research, and worked with the Red Cross to organize and run blood drives, as well as other philanthropic events, including cooking meals for and spending time with transplant patients. He has co-authored several research articles published in biomedical journals. He has previously been awarded the Stanley G. Bedford Scholarship and the Phi Phi chapter's Fred Sanfilippo Scholarship. Justin says that his current plans after graduation are to pursue work in biological research focused on problems in neuroscience, potentially with the goal of creating new analgesics which can be used to help fight the chronic pain epidemic. Justin's research supervisor, Dr. Ismaili Andesabur, stated that as a postdoctoral fellow, I pioneered the use of advanced videography and optogenetic activation of peripheral sensory neurons in freely behaving mice. My advances here would not have been possible without Justin's hands and intellectual contribution. Justin has constantly demonstrated that his research must have a broader impact by, pardon me, by directly mentoring and inspiring the next generation. I conclude by offering the highest degree of praise for Justin, who is clearly at the top 1% of students I have trained over my academic career. Congratulations, Justin.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Byron. And thank you to all members of the foundation, and have to say to all undergrads watching right now, my years in the fraternity were truly some of the greatest years I've ever spent. And I hope all of you take them as well as I did, as they will only improve the future of your lives.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Harry, is it your turn?
Okay, Glenn, it's up to you now, Judge. Sir.
Thank you
Do we
very
have to
much.
rise? Oh, sorry.
No, not necessary, Jeff. Thank you, though.
Kiss the ring.
My name is Glenn Slavin. I'm a brother of our Lafayette chapter at Phi Alpha. And I'm a past national president from 93 to 95, as are many others on this call, as was Stanley G. Bedford, for whom this scholarship is named. As you can tell, I'm wearing my judicial robes for two reasons. First, of course, as has been pointed out, I serve as a Superior Court judge in New Jersey. But secondly, before these robes were mine, they belonged to Stanley G. Bedford, and he wore them with pride and distinction from 1971 to 1986, when he was a Superior Court judge in New Jersey. And these were the robes I wore when I was sworn in the State House in New Jersey. So I don't wear them often, but when I do, and I take the bench, I do so knowing that Stan and I go together. And I know he'd be proud of that. The Stanley G. Bedford Graduate Scholarship is $3,000. Stan was a graduate from Columbia in 1941 and Columbia Law in 48. And until his death, he was active in the fraternity, serving as editor of the Garnet White, president of the fraternity, president and chairman of the board of the foundation. And after his service on the bench, the scholarship was established by he and his wife, Ruth, in his memory. She passed away at the ripe old age of 101 or 102, and she was still very, very active till the end. She was our student loan manager for many years, and the Bedfords remain our single largest benefactor, and we're greatly indebted to them. The scholarship is awarded to a graduate brother for his strong academic achievement, leadership in chapter and college, and commitment to community service. And I know Stan and Ruth would be very, very proud of tonight's recipient. The 2022 recipient is Sam Al-Safrajilani from the Theta Chi Phi chapter at Montclair State University. Brother Al-Safrajilani is enrolled at the dentistry program at NYU College of Dentistry and maintains a 3.57 GPA. As an undergrad at Montclair, Sam served as his chapter's recruitment director and vice president. He was president of the Office of Greek Life, student coordinator, social media coordinator for NGLA. In his personal essay, Sam talked about how his parents really influenced his life. His father is a dentist and his mother an otolaryngologist. How did the governor appoint me as a judge? I can't even speak and pronounce these things. Otolaryngologist. They really influenced his life. They instilled in him at an early age the mantra of helping the oppressed, the weak, the poor. He witnessed care and dedication that they provided by serving their community in Syria and offering free healthcare to those who could not afford it. He says that their work inspired him to follow in their footsteps. In his essay, Sam states, "My exposure to both my parents' practice and my professional observations have inspired my commitment to providing healthcare, confidence, and happiness through dentistry. Inspired by my father's dedication to serving the community, I aspire to provide a welcoming environment and accessible healthcare for everyone. I hope to travel globally and follow in my parents' footsteps. My experiences have shaped who I am, and now it's my turn to shape the world through dentistry by helping to promote good dental hygiene routines and providing service for underserved communities." These are incredible, lofty goals, and they are certainly worthy of this high honor, the Bedford Scholarship. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Brother Sam Al-Safrajilani.
Congratulations, Sam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you to the foundation. And I really do hope to continue on the legacy of Stanley Bedford and also the foundation. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. At this time, someone from the Indeed Institute will be presenting 2 awards.
Excuse me, Gary, we missed ones. We
Oh, I'm sorry. No, the F. Prescott Hammond Award. Yep.
And I believe it's V. James
Brother Castiglia. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Jim Castiglia. I am a 1974 graduate of Dickinson College, our Phi Beta chapter. I'm still practicing law in New Jersey, but I've also served as your national president, and I'm currently serving on the Board of Trustees of the AXPEF. I'm here to present the F. Prescott Hammond Graduate Scholarship Award in the amount of $3,000. F. Prescott Hammond was a member of a New York law firm, graduate of Columbia University in 1922 and Columbia Law School. And when he passed away, he left his entire residuary estate to the Educational Foundation, which at the time was a substantial amount of, it still would be a lot of money today, but that bequest really put the Alpha Chi Rho Educational Foundation on the map as a preeminent fraternity foundation. The 2022 recipient of the F. Prescott Hammond Award is Patrick Turiano, a graduate of Rensselaer Polytech Institute, our Delta Phi chapter. Brother Turiano graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, and he's currently studying for his Master's of Science in Business Analytics at Carnegie Mellon, where he maintains a 3.67 GPA. That's a graduate school, 3.67. Brother Turiano stated in his application that through pledging, he learned and practiced the ideals of brotherhood. He was driven to be the best brother he could be because he knows what it's like to be seeking guidance in times of need. And when he needs guidance, He could look to our landmarks and ideals and the brothers at his side to help him through those days and through those ideals. His time after college has made him realize that Alpha Chi Rho is not just a brotherhood, but an integral part of his growth and development as a working professional today. Delta Phi's chapter advisor, Brother Giovanni Morales, wrote about Patrick that as a graduate brother, he has been the most active of his peers from the adjacent classes. He is not local, but his digital presence in the chapter has been a great help to his younger brothers. He's always readily available to help them, and he's never too busy at any time. When he was an undergraduate, he served as a social chair, rush chair, and vice president. The scholarship is given out to someone who exhibits high academic achievement, leadership in the chapter and college level, and significant community service. And so we congratulate Patrick Turiano for this scholarship.
Congratulations, Patrick. Now, I'm not overstepping. Now we have 2 awards to be given by someone at the Indeed Institute.
Hi, everyone. Scott is currently driving here, so I'm in his place. So, okay, first off, I'll be presenting the Charles W. Coughlin Scholarship, which is actually funded by James Spencer over here. So it's a scholarship for $500, and the scholarship is granted to a postulant in the fall 2021 or spring 2022 year with the highest GPA. This year's winner is a fall 2021 new member from the Phi Xi Chi colony at Towson University. He is a kinesiology, an exercise science and pre-med major, and maintains a cumulative GPA of a 3.66. He is currently working at the Montgomery County Eye Recreation as a counselor and private caregiver. Congratulations to David M. Barnes from the Phi Xi Chi colony. And then finally, I'll be presenting the R.B. Stewart Undergraduate Man of the Year Award, which is a scholarship of $1,500 named after R.B. Stewart, the dedicator of our national headquarters, all of us know. R.B. was a graduate of the University of Wisconsin. He was also a founder of that chapter in 1923. And this honor is bestowed upon a well-rounded undergraduate member in Alpha Chi Rho who has led his chapters to success. R.B. was the first treasurer and comptroller for Purdue University, and is credited for establishing the first fiscal plan and increasing the endowment for Purdue tenfold. Brother Stewart also led the charge and first donation to purchase the first ever permanent national headquarters building in 1983, which still stands today in his name. Before I announce the winner, I do want to recognize all the nominees from all the chapters around. So first off, we have Nicholas Katova, Phi Eta Chi, Stockton University. Shane T. Pittner, Phi Nu Chi, Westchester University. David M. Barnes, Phi Xi Chi Colony, Towson University. Connor K. Walker, Phi Sigma Tau, Kutztown University. Marks I. Bertrand, Eta Chi Phi NYT 2023. Justin N. Montanez, Alpha Phi Gamma, Pace University. And finally, Brett Petroza, Alpha Phi Iota, Coastal Carolina University. So congratulations to all the nominees. Okay. Now, this year's winner, oh yeah, you guys can talk. This year's winner is a rising senior studying mechanical engineering and a minor in mathematics. He has been on the presidential honor list for 4 semesters, assisted in academic workshops with the National Society of Black Engineers and American Society of Mechanical Engineers, tutored students through taking math and mechanical engineering courses, and does robotics research for his institution. He helps his community by volunteering with a local mental health awareness organization and the local branch of Habitat for Humanity. In the chapter, he has held multiple positions, including recruitment chair, member at large, treasurer, and vice president. He is currently the chapter president. He has helped continue to grow the chapter and push the limits on what they can accomplish, most notably this year with the chapter hosting a philanthropy week for the first time. One of his fellow brothers says, this brother has always gone above and beyond what is expected of him. He, almost single-handedly, made sure that our chapter remained alive during COVID, and because of his leadership, we emerged from the pandemic stronger than before. He is a role model for all of us, and I'm very proud to call him my brother. Therefore, it is with great honor to announce this year's recipient is Marks I. Bertrand from the Eta Chi Phi chapter at New York Institute of Technology.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks. I want to say thank you to the foundation and especially to Nick. He's been kind of a strong support throughout my entire time as the president of my chapter. And a big thank you to my brothers. A few of them are here actually. Brother Kyle, Ramanpreet, and Brother Aaron who's at Indeed right now. It wouldn't have been possible without these guys. They supported me throughout the entire time. Thank you everyone for the nomination and for the award. I'll make sure to put it to good use. Thank you.
Congratulations. At this time, we've gone through it. I'm really, I can't get over listening to all the different biographies of these men and how outstanding they all are. It's unbelievable that we have, I don't think it's unbelievable. It's just amazing how much talent we have coming out. And down the road, hopefully you'll be around to help support your local chapters and support the foundation. You and those of you at the Indeed Institute, you and your brothers who are continuing their education should go to axpef.org. And on that, that's our website. And on that, you click scholarships and loans to see what we offer. We have a lot to offer. Scholarships are not the only thing we offer. We offer low cost loans, interest rates of no interest while you're in school. After you get out of school, 1 year out of school, we start charging interest after that. So you know, depending on when you get it, whether it's a junior year or senior year, you might have a year or 2 or 3 of a loan up to $3,500 to, you know, at really interest free if you pay it off once you get out. We really want you to know that the foundation is here to support the fraternity and its brothers. And all these people up here on the screen that you're seeing, these people all are working hard to either go to school or to support the foundation. So I want to thank you all. I want to make sure that you understand that this is not a one-man operation. This is not a one-person operation. We get lots of people to help with us, men and women. And on top of that, a lot of brothers and others giving, like Shelley Emmer, who has a reason that she wants to support Alpha Chi Rho. So at this time, Byron, unless you have something else to say.
I don't know. All I'm going to say is thank you for coming and good night.
Thank you all for coming and thank you for staying for the whole time.
Good night, everyone.
Appreciate it. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Have a good Indeed Institute out there, guys.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
Okay, take care.